I don't know why, but every time I talk, my mouth starts to get dry. Nervous. Hey there, Team One Bloggosphere. This is Lady Nick coming to you from TLC Town Travel Agency with part 3 of my video blog series where I talk about travel and event planning and some secrets of the trade that I share in order to help save you money and as well as enjoy your trip while you're traveling out and about. Well, today is part 3. And tonight I want to talk about the non-negotiables. There should be some things that say, you know what, I'm not going to go on that trip or continue on this trip or continue with these people going on the trip. You got to draw the line somewhere. So I just want to offer up some of my non-negotiables to see, you know what, when you reserve a trip or, you hire your next travel agent, to make sure that they're at least giving you comparable amenities, as well as if the price is good, what's in the package. So in that understanding, everything is not dirt cheap. So if it's dirt cheap and you wind up with a horrible experience, you need to understand that sometimes the price does dictate, how much you enjoy on your trip. So I don't want to talk too long on this blog. I've already gotten part 1 and part 2 done, so I definitely will link them down below if you haven't checked those out. But let me go into the top 10 non-negotiables for TLC Town Travel Agency. Before I start, let me give you another tip. One thing is I always write things down. So even if I'm doing an event or planning for a trip, there's nothing like, checking off a list. You can do it electronically, but a lot of times if the battery is down or something shuts off, you always have pen and paper ready and in hand, and this follows me everywhere when I'm on an event. So let me get to the top 10. Number 10, the quality of the hotel that we stay at has to be at least 3.5 or higher. Now, I know and have experienced that sometimes when they advertise that they're such, a luxurious resort hotel, and when you get there are certain things that go wrong. At least in those hotels or resorts, that they're quick on their feet to make sure that your stay and your amenities are up to par. Because if you're paying that kind of money, you better be sure you're going to enjoy yourself and the luxuries that accompany that kind of price tag. Number 9, no alcohol or drugs. A lot of times I go with underage kids or, I've been there, done that kind of thing, and eventually it gets tiresome when someone has had too much to drink, or there's just a non-negotiable is no drugs on my trip. If you happen to be within our group, trust me, I will leave the group in order to be by myself in order to enjoy my trip. So that is definitely a non-negotiable for me. Number 8, make sure I have the right hair care for me. A lot of times when I travel in and around about the different cities and states, they don't have hair care quality kind of products. They're just trying to sell, low prices or low prices equal low quality material. So always have the correct hair care with you, and that's non-negotiable for me. Another non-negotiable, it's not necessarily that it's non-negotiable, but now that they're charging for additional weight on the airplanes, discuss with the people that you're going with, or even if you're the one that's always packing your luggage too much, the amount of luggage that you're going to bring and also how much you're going to bring. If you do a list in advance, it's always, you can take some things out. There's some stuff that we always go on trips and you end up not even using them or wonder, why did I bring it along? Number 6 is group travel. A lot of times too, when you go into foreign countries and you don't know the lay of the land, you need a buddy with you. You need a person that's going to stay sober, and aware of the situation or the circumstances, especially if certain things go down. I live in Chicago in the Midwest. There's always something going down. So I'm not even saying when I travel abroad overseas. I'm saying even if you do a staycation, go in a group. Don't necessarily go by yourself always, all the time. Have one or two persons with you that can accompany you, where if something happens that you're going to be okay, or that person can call for assistance. Number 5, add your preferences. There are certain amenities that, even though they're great and luxurious in certain hotels, because if you're suffering from a bad back or certain injuries, you need to let that hotel or resort know that you need certain accommodations, not only just for wheelchairs or challenges physically, but you need the little things that mean a lot during your trips. So add your preferences to your trip. Number 4 is just using common courtesy. A lot of times, I have fun when I go out and about. Sometimes we do get loud, and obnoxious, but eventually somebody says something or does something to sort of kind of, remind us, like, just use common courtesy, because a lot of times cell phone users, y'all talk loud and don't nobody want to be in your conversation. That's all I have to say about that. Just use common courtesy. That's a non-negotiable. Well, this one may be a 2 for 1. This one is when you're packing, 2 things that are non-negotiable. Please don't run through your mind and go, you never know, and just in case. Those are 2 lethal phrases in a woman's vocabulary. And I'm a woman, I know this. And what happens is you end up loading up stuff, suitcases, things. Oh my goodness. And you put the stress on the rest of the group to carry your stuff. So you know what? If they didn't tell you, I'm telling you, lighten the load a little bit. Some of the things are not necessarily, you don't need to bring all your bling on the trip. Leave some of that stuff at home. Some of the things, if you go minimalist style, they're more classier and sophisticated than you ever thought you could look. So those are 2 for 1. Those will save you money. Just in case, and you never know. Drop the phrase, pack the bags. Okay, and my last non-negotiable is certain budgets and certain prices. I've only run into one person that let me have a blank check. And at that point, they had just inherited some money, so they could spend the money any kind of way. And even then, I was still saving the money, but the quality was unbelievably wonderful. But most times, stick to a budget. I've run into trips where people just drank and just soft drinks, and you gaining weight as well as, running up a bill. So a lot of times, you may think that, oh, this is all a part of me having fun and, going out and about. Yeah, we all want to have fun, but we want to return back not having a huge credit card bill at the same time. So I still want to travel. I still want to go out and about. I definitely will continue running the travel agency. In addition to that, I want to help you save money and travel well at the same time. So those are my 10 non-negotiables. Why don't you write down what are your non-negotiables? Let me know if I didn't list something or maybe I forgot to say something. Remind me. I'm always open to comments in different aspects of the travel trade. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this week on Travel Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you in 2016 and also being in the studio with Lady Ava and Jackie Somerville to bring you more travel information so that you enjoy your trip and you also receive the therapy that you want to receive while you're traveling out and about. So look forward to seeing you then. Be sure to like, comment, and definitely subscribe as we branch out into TLC Town Express. Take care.